Welcome to Transport Fever 2, and in this video we're going to be doing the second mission of chapter 1 of the campaign mode of the game. It's in the island of Java. We're going to be running around doing some coffee, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of an overview of the map. It looks pretty good actually. Now, apologies for any of you who have seen the first video and have placed comments. I won't be able to respond to those comments because what I've actually decided to do after my slightly iffy start with the camera, which I'm still trying to get my head around, I thought I took a short break, and so I just want to move on and get a feel for things. You can see the first mission we've got is we've got to activate the height layer. It says perform the necessary survey work, activate the contour lines overlay of that. So I think that is up in here, and I think this is the one here.
From a thriving plantation across treacherous terrain to the processing factory where the coffee fruit is husked.
The coffee factory is here, the coffee plantation is up here, and you can see the area here. And what we need to do is actually build, it says build a cargo station, highlighted area next to the factory. So we're just going to get in here, find the buildings, and I suppose what we actually need is a modular terminus station. I'm just going to get in here, and I'm just going to rotate this round a little bit and move this back a little bit so we can, I think we need to get it close enough to the point where we've got some form of connection to the road. It looks like this might be the cheapest air movement here. I think maybe we'll just go straight. Is it? And complete the tracks to the coffee. So what we're going to do now is come here. Whoops. Why can't I hook onto the... And I suppose what we need to do is try and keep it. We build in sections through here, and I can't actually see the track. I suppose we can.
A depot is needed.
So I think we're just going to turn off the contours so I can actually see what I'm doing. So we've now got the train here, and we've got to build a depot. That the depot? Yep. I'm just gonna. My instinct is still to have the train, so we got two sets of tracks. I think maybe we'll point it that way. And yeah, it just doesn't seem right to be laying in a track like that.
Purchase a complete train, including locomotive and freight cars.
Okay, so we got to build a train now. So, aren't we meant to buy vehicles? So we're going to need to buy a train. What have we got in the way of trains? A variant passenger train. Missions. This one seems to be the better train, and we need 4 freight cars. I think we'll just go 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to buy that.
The coffee fruit can now be brought from the plantations on its way to further processing.
Okay, and what we need now to do is create a new line. I'm going to go from there all the way across to there. And of course, one thing I am going to get into the habit of is coffee. Let's call this. What happened there? I think the tip came in and kind of caused a problem there. just call it the coffee line. And don't need to add in a station. And what we're going to do is add this train to the coffee line. Of course, one thing we're going to have to do now is just unpause. Well, it says I've created the line, so we'll just have to see how it. There's create a route for them to deliver coffee through. Ah, so we've got to wait for it to deliver. Okay, we've got no bonus tasks. We might as well just watch the train. Where's my train gone? He's moving pretty quickly through the line here. So we've got some bit of double tracking here. So we're obviously going to have to upgrade the line to 2 trains at some point. Well, we've got some cargo there. And delivering the coffee fruit. I must admit, I do like the map. I reloaded the previous mission and I actually had to look around because I was actually trying to practice a little bit with the actual camera controls. And I think probably the best way to keep control of the camera is to actually use the WASD keys just to move around like that, and then just try and be a little bit gentle with the mouse, and rather than using the right shift key to move around like this. This just seems a little bit jerky. Okay, we've now delivered the coffee.
The local plantation leaseholders with truly valuable services.
Yeah.
Still specially built stations are called for, so that the first-rate coffee makes it into town undamaged. If need be, stations that can be guarded against plundering hordes.
Okay, so what we got to do now is build a truck stop in the highlighted area and in the commercial area of town. Well, technically over here is a drop off, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that. Let's just get into here. We're going to have to build a truck station here. So if we build a truck station there. Oh, and what we should be able to do is build a, is that truck unload stop. Will that drop in there? Currently not allowed. Okay. Oh well, we're gonna have to knock a building down. So we're just gonna have to just drop this in here like that.
Ready to go. Nothing stands in the way of speedy transportation to the local seaport anymore. Send the freight cars of coffee on their way.
Yeah, it says establish route between the new things, allocate 4 vehicles. I'm assuming we're gonna have to build a one of these. We're gonna have to build somewhere to be able to recruit, say. And then what we're gonna have to do is create a route, new line between there and there. And again, we're just gonna call this coffee delivery. Oops. And since allocate at least 4 vehicles, so we need 4 vehicles. We're gonna buy 4 vehicles. Cargo, what we got here? European horse-drawn carriage, European covered horse-drawn carriage, and European flatbed. I suppose we can just buy 4 of these. And just we're going to allocate these to coffee delivery.
The factory now finds itself in a laudable position by sending processed coffee into town. To experience considerable growth, its products have to reach a clientele with money to spend.
Let's just have a look. We got our truck here. Oh. Why is he delivering sugar cane? Have I built the wrong trucks? Yeah, he's got coffee. It says he's got one of coffee. So is it defaulted to sugarcane? Okay, we'll just have to see if that a digestive driver.
No. Lucas, the capable engineer on your locomotive, seems to have vanished from the face of the earth. Anywhere else, for that matter. Time to find a stand-in. Right away. Several locals show an interest in learning the decidedly
these are picking up coffee now.
As locomotive engineer. A practice route for training purposes is needed. Meanwhile, certain signs are feeding horrible rumors about the indigenous tribe's diet.
Build a practice track. Where am I going to build a practice track? What on earth is a practice track? Oh. It says here, build a test track with 2 small stations and a depot to highlight them. Okay. And we... Buildings. I don't want that, I want trains, isn't it? Buildings. And 2 small stations and a depot. What have we got here? Modular train station for passengers. Modular terminus for... Yeah, let's just build a couple of small tracks then. I don't know how. You can just put this, and I don't know how well this is meant to operate. I don't know how far around we've got to go. I think it'll just keep it short. It's supposed to be a practice track, isn't it? There's no road over there. Actually, we could probably just put it down here. We'll just put it like that. But if it's no good, it's no good. Got to get in the habit of just dragging the track like that. Now, problem's going to be is getting in a depot, isn't it? Aha. That is the depot, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to have to probably put in something like that.
The correct way to drive the vehicle must be practiced first, so that potential passengers are not scared off right away. In the meantime, some hard-to-digest news reaches you. Your skilled worker is said to have fallen victim to a bloodthirsty tribe of cannibals.
Pardon? Okay, let's just sort this out first. We got a new line. And buy a vehicle. Buy a cheap one. And we'll just buy a couple of passenger wagons. And we're going to buy that. And we're going to add that to, just call it line 1, I suppose. I suppose I had to do that eventually. So we've only got the, I'm running a little bit too fast at the moment. Have I got any more missions? That growth of town is influenced by various factors. Click on the town name for more information. Okay, it's just, so here's the town information. Can we pull this in a little bit? To working places, target population 107. So this is this the current population? Number of residents in Surabaya is growing. Shopping facilities, supply. So we got, I presume that's demand, and that's what I'm delivering. So we're nearly at 1500 meters of delivery. Let's get in here. Let's have a quick look. Rounds. We got our trucks there.
Good news. Would engineer has returned safe and sound.
We got a digested driver.
Pictured him in the stomachs of savages. He was having the time of his life in the virgin forest. Naturally, you can't tolerate misconduct like that, and regretfully have to fire the good man.
Are these actually delivering colossal capacities?
Thanks to your reliable deliveries, the factory is working far above par, although it would certainly be capable of processing much more, virtually colossal capacities of coffee. You should weigh the idea of increasing the transport volume, because coffee from the colony is a commodity in great demand in parlours and salons on the continent. One train isn't enough to adequately supply the factory with coffee fruit. A passing siding is needed so that a second train can use the line.
So this is the passing siding, and I'm just going to find the tracks. And we'll set that.
The trains should wait for each other on the passing siding. This requires placing signals.
Oh, signals. They're fun. Will that work? Will this work on this side?
If the plant is to be used to its fullest capacity, another complete train is needed.
Can we duplicate trains on this side? What we got here is pull that in a bit. This is set line, center depot, reverse, stop. Nope. We can't. Can we? Where's the line manager? Add station. Maximum waiting time. Nope. Okay. That's road vehicles, that's there. So if we hook this, can we duplicate the line? Place selected vehicle, clone select.
Wherever coffee production thrives, business and prosperity flourish too.
So we can
Thanks to the railroad,
duplicate
the port
trains.
town of Surabaya has become a lively trading centre for countless goods and services. All kinds of people from all corners of the island want to do profitable business here. That's why the colonial administration has commissioned you with setting up a passenger line from Semarang to Surabaya. Time to build a line which will soon link the key trading hubs in Eastern Java.
So we've got to join these two areas together. Interesting. I'm more interested in... Oh, they do stop. Okay. Let me just get this round to the right position. I presume what we need is, can we see? Can't see anything there. That's contours. Right, so what we're looking at is having, it says here, connecting the lines together, connect routes with a passenger railway. So I'm assuming that for a passenger railway we need a train line out about here somewhere. So it's just buildings. Okay. Got here. Can we? Why does that always insist on? Ah, that's better. And I'm assuming that if we put something like that there, oh, we have a problem getting the track out here now, aren't I? So this is a minor road. Let me just check the track. Okay. Not possible. Yeah, thank you. What we're going to do is just get this roundabout here. Now we're going to have to follow the contours. Let's just hook the right, let's have a look at. So we got a residential area here. So if I can get in a train line, just get a train line in about here. I think that would be a good connection. Maybe we'll just tilt it a little bit that way. Now if we get the contour lines in, somehow we've got to get the train. I think maybe if we start this end, there's the tracks. What we're looking at is aiming for between that two lines there. So if we get to about there, and then maybe just along the coastline here. Maybe just round the corner here. I'm presuming the numbers on the track are maximum speed, which I don't think is particularly that important. Lost the track. Where's the track gone? Where's my track gone? That there it is, in the trees. Okay, let me just hook. We can hook. We come down to about here and come along the coastline here. And maybe let it start to come up here, and our main track is there, so it'll be a bit slow coming up here. Okay. We delete. I bulldoze this. Yep. No, it's not sporting, but cancel. Yourself in a little bit of a mess here. You just think what we'll do is we'll start from this end, and we're just gonna go this way.
The railroad has been
right, so we've now connected the track.
Runs high. Time will tell if passenger transportation really is a venture that's worthwhile.
We've now got to connect this with
a formidable enterprise like yours calls for a suitably first-rate branch office. After all, you're not just anybody.
So, well, hang on. Okay, we're going to build that.
Build a prestigious residence that is unrivaled in the whole
I'm still setting my train up. Please wait, because we haven't got a depot yet. And I think we'll just drop there. Yeah, stop nagging me, game. I put that the right way around. Too much curvature. That connected? No, it hasn't. Oh, great. Okay, we're just gonna have to put the train that way. Cancel. And I could buy a vehicle. And we've got a steam train. Let's just get one that's pretty big. The passengers. Just right. We'll put 4 on, and we're going to buy that. And we're going to allocate you to pass train. Now, how do I build a headquarters? Buildings, searching. Oh, it's looking something down here. Headquarters. Build. Okay. Hey, can you get out of the way? Ah, build it right up on the top of the hills. I think I think I would like to have it close to the main area here. Oops. That. I think if it's Shift N, it just moves it a little bit. I think
a truly attractive estate, but a veritable plague is spoiling all the fun. Snakes have occupied the building.
Snakes?
Rumor has it that a wise old woman knows how you could rid yourself of the snakes in your walls. She's supposed to be in Surabaya.
I presume we got to click.
The old woman says she doesn't know a thing, but you should try your luck with her cousin in Semarang, who has a knack for the art of snake charm.
She's got an act.
The snake charmer declared that you've probably angered the mighty snake goddess with your project. The snake priestess of Mount Merapi is the only one who could remedy the situation.
So where are we going to find a temple then? Oh, we got a temple up here. Wow. Oh, there's another one over here.
The priestess has spoken. The only way she is willing to call off her children is if you make a sacrifice to the great snake goddess. Coffee, the priestess prophesied, will be the sure thing as the goddess.
Well, we've got a road depot here and we've got a road here. Does that saying we've got to build... Oh, what's that? Oh, we've got road geese flying. So... Tracks. No, I presume we're going to have to build a street somewhere. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the contours. Yeah, no real option here. No. I'm just going to have to build this in short sections. Okay, we've built a road. I presume we're going to have to... We've got the depot there. Buildings. Can I put in... Okay, we can put a delivery truck area in now. So we can put that in there. And it means we can now create a new line from there to there. What can we say here? We'll call this offering line. Offering. Okay. I presume we don't have to put too much here, so we're just going to buy one. And we're just going to add you to, well, what's that there? Line 2. Okay. Why didn't that get renamed? Make sure he goes the right way. Can I tell you? I suppose we're just going to have to wait for him to do whatever he does. I mean, we could add another one, I suppose. Manage what we got here. Reverse. Let's turn that off. Making an offering. I want to make sure to see what you're actually doing. I mean, there's only go in there and pick up some coffee. Okay, picked up some coffee this time. Got to be a way to manage these. Yeah, line manager. Okay. So I can unload anything. I can load anything. What does this do? Full load any. So we can actually tell it to wait to load things. I presume this is a little bit of a steep climb for our little wagon here. Let's see if he actually delivers anything. We're not really picking up many passengers, are we? Well, we'll let this get delivered first and get this done. Oops.
What a god.
Okay, we've now completed this.
Residence is pleasantly snake-free again.
Send. Thank you. Right, so what we're going to do is find out what's wrong with my train system. Well, it's got 5 passengers on. I suppose we just need to wait for that to develop. I mean, he's not picking up from a reasonable area. What does configure do? Platforms. Passenger buildings. Oh, wow. Miscellaneous. Oh, that's cool. We'll certainly be playing with that in the future, but we're going to stick on the mission just for the moment. There's our passenger here, so we're just going to have to let this run for the moment and just see. I mean, you're picking up from a reasonable area. Where is the train? Right, we've got 6 passengers. How many people? We've got 1 on that line there. Obviously, there's more people. Terminals. Not really feeding it here. We've got some people walking here. Are you going to go in the station? Yep. Yep. So we're just going to have to let this work its way through. Right, 7. And we got 2 out of 32 on here. I suppose we could put a passing line in and double the train up a little bit. Maybe I should have put the station over here rather than the residential area. Put it in the commercial area. I have to do some experimenting with that with respect to. Oh, we've got 3 more people there, so we're getting there. So if you actually click on the buildings, you get sound effects. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. She's going to the industrial buildings. So they do walk a certain amount of distance. I mean, I suppose I could put in a public transport system in here. That would possibly make people move a little bit quicker. Welcome back, and in theory this train should be on its last run through to there. We got carried 23, and I think there's 2 on here now, so this should be their last run into the station. Oh, there's a bear or something running around there, so this should complete the mission. Yes.
It's rumbling in the island's interior.
Okay.
Mighty volcano Merapi threatens to erupt. A phenomenon like this wasn't reckoned with while planning the route. The natives claim that someone has probably angered one of their gods. Whatever the case, if the precious coffee fruit is supposed to be transported by rail in the future too, then it's imperative that something be done. It seems worthwhile to remove the infrastructure if it's not supposed to be buried under ashes and lava.
So send the trains to the depot. Alright, how do I send trains to the depot? Okay. I think I saw it here, isn't it? Reverse. Can I send the other one? Where's the other one? Let's just close that for the moment. There's my other train. Which one's which? You can see me ending up with lots and lots of windows. Okay. Okay. Godsend. Pleasant leave. Okay. So we've now got the trains in the depot. We should be able to do now. Let's delete this. We're getting refunds and just...
To enable coffee production to continue making progress in future, the route ought to be relocated to an area where it can be assumed that the expected eruptions will leave it intact.
Okay, so what we're going to have to do is come round. I think we're... Oh, can we delete another section? Delete that section there. And going to... We've got here buildings, modular station for cargo, modular terminus station for cargo. Make sure that's connected. Yep. And I presume what we're going to have to do is use the contour map to kind of pick a route up that will you through here like this. Okay, there is.
The danger has been averted and transport can be resumed. Once more, the volcano is showing signs of calming down again. Despite that, maybe relocating the route was still a wise move.
Okay, let's just allocate this back to the coffee line. Able to find path. Ah, we haven't done the route. Okay. Aha. Okay. So we've got to just cancel that. And what we've got to do is create a new line. Actually, coffee line. What we need to do is just add that, isn't it? Add a station. We don't need to recreate the line. We just need to put you back onto the... And that will get the trains up and running. I allocate both of them. Okay. I've lost a train. Have I lost a train? Oh no, I haven't. There's the other one. I presume he's going to stop here until that train comes this way. Must admit, I never really had a lot of luck with signals in Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, so I'll probably have the same problems in this playthrough. You're just going to wait. How much coffee are you carrying? 16. Wow. So we only need one round trip with each train, and they should be doing really well. Yeah, we'll look for this. I mean, cargo is definitely the way forward compared to passengers. And this, of course, you can really grow the towns settlements up here. My railway line isn't really doing that much at the moment. So 8, 9, 10, 11. New line for business.
The fertile island is Alofi, the widow of a friendly grower, may the poor devil rest in peace, has been planting sugar cane lately. Make the lady happy by providing her with your services. The sugar must be transported to town. From there it is shipped and then served when continental Europeans get together for coffee.
So we got to ship a line down to here. Now I was looking at adding cargo line there. My instinct would be to do this mission because we're not making a lot of money from the actual passenger line. So if we...
Traffic is flowing. The plantation business is developing magnificently. In light of all this success, the incumbent governor is thinking of moving back to his Dutch homeland in good time. Thanks to your outstanding work, you have a good chance of inheriting his post.
I think this is where I'm going to leave it. We think we've learned quite a lot. Let me just do a continue play, and we're not going to bother with putting that extra line in. I think I can live without doing the bonus mission. I think we've learned a lot in this video about managing lines, and I am getting a better feel for the camera. And as I say, we have connected a line up through there. Do we just let the train run? And shifting goods, is pretty clear that probably to start with, shifting goods is probably more profitable than passengers. Also pretty clear that if you're going to put a passenger line in, you're probably going to need to support it with buses or something running around here, or trams, or whatever you want to call them. Because, and I'm not really getting the feel for things. Let's have a quick look here and see what we've... I suppose we aren't doing too bad. I mean, we're not getting much of a break with our finances. There we are. So it's, you get a lot of investment to begin with. Borrow. You can borrow some money. You spend money. So it obviously takes a little while for money to be made and profits to be made. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it interesting. Any hints and tips, feel free to chuck them into the comments of the video. As I say, I want to emphasize, this is literally me learning the game as we do these missions. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.